into the ring, the bell's about to chime. Turnbuckle Talk, we're here to shine. Flagship on the airways, leading the pack. Breaking news reviews, we've got your back. From the squared circle to the backstage news, we bring stories that you can't refuse. Turnbuckle Talk, the voice of the fight. Every slam, every suplex, every highlight. Tune in weekly, don't miss a beat. For the latest in wrestling, we bring the heat. From AEW to WWE, we cover it all from A to Z. Interviews, insights, and match reviews. If it's wrestling news, we've got the clues. From the squared circle to the backstage news, we bring stories that you can't refuse. Turnbuckle Talk, the voice of the fight. Every slam, every suplex, every highlight. Tune in weekly, don't miss a beat. For the latest in wrestling, we bring the heat.
It's official. WWE has lost one of its most hard-hitting, no-nonsense superstars, a Celtic warrior who built his legacy on pure physicality. Unforgettable matches and a presence you simply couldn't ignore, now gone from the company after years of delivering banger after banger. The chapter has officially closed, but what does this mean for WWE moving forward, and how will Sheamus be remembered now that it's all said and done? Welcome to Turnbuckle Talk, episode 482. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris Best. I've got Bubba Duke alongside me, and we've got quite the news ahead of us.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Bubba, how are you doing today? Are you ready for all the news stories we've got?
Dude, we literally, and I'm going to steal it again from you and from Sheamus, we got banger after banger after banger to deal with tonight. I am glad to be here. Thank you for letting me fill in for OMD and Carl Karafelt. You see this? It takes one great Bubba Duke to fill in for two guys. Well, let's get started, Mr. Best. Where are we going from the start?
We're going to start off with baseball.
Well, it's wrestling.
I know. But WWE and the New York Mets have paired up, and we are going to have ourselves a WWE Day on September 4th. Go to at Citi Field. Be at Citi Field September 4th for a night of WWE-themed festivities and fun. The first 18,000 fans at the game will receive a WWE Mets Francisco Lindor bobblehead, which I'm looking at. The bobblehead looks pretty dang cool. I love when WWE does these partnerships with other teams from other companies, whether we see it in the NHL, we've seen it a couple of times in the MLB, even the NBA. I kind of like when they do these kinds of things because it brings in outside viewers for both companies, for the MLB and for the WWE, to come and check out their product. What do you make of this?
When you first told me, I'll get my honest opinion, I laughed. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm like, I don't even watch baseball. Okay, I just lost interest in watching baseball. After this, I'm interested to get back into baseball because, I mean, they're not sticking within their own little world anymore. They're actually expanding out now.
Yeah.
Hey, let's accept this entertainment to come in and help us make our brand even bigger. Good move on the Mets. Very good move on the Mets because they're not really a huge team within baseball. They're noticed, they're recognized, but they're not like the Yankees or the Dodgers or these other teams. So good for them to pair up with a company as big as WWE to do this.
Yeah. And you know who I would have there? He's a man who has lately become extremely synonymous with New York. Yeah, Danhausen. You need
Yeah, buddy.
Danhausen on there.
Yeah.
As we know, he's slated to potentially headline Saturday night's main event in New York City at Madison Square Garden.
Right.
He's helped the Knicks get to the NBA championship. They're
Yeah.
fighting at Saturday night's main event over a Knicks jersey that Danhausen was gifted.
Literally.
Danhausen and JD McDonough, that is. I would 100% put Danhausen here. I would also bring like some of your top superstars. Like we're looking in this thumbnail. I'd have Roman Reigns there.
Yes.
I'd even have John Cena there. I'd even, for the 7th inning stretch, Joe Hendry put on a little concert.
Yeah, the 7th inning straight. Yeah, I mean, why not have him sing?
Take me out to the ball game or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I mean, that'd be perfect. Here's the best part of this. This opportunity for not only WWE but the Mets as well is absolutely astronomical because they have a plethora of superstars come in and Hall of Famers come in and promote this and just put it over that edge for the wrestlers or the wrestling fans that are in attendance. And then the baseball fans, now they get exposure not only to some new superstars like we got, like you said, Roman Reigns and Danhausen, and a guy that just recently retired like John Cena. Could you imagine John Cena goes in there and makes the announcement of this is when my wrestling thing's going to take place, his things that he's promoting right now, the classic, the John Cena classic, and does that there at that show with the baseball fans, and now the fans are going, what's this? We have to check this out. What is a John Cena classic? I mean, you could see it. If we don't see it there, I'm hoping we see it at the Gardens where he says, this is when it is. This is what the rules are. And I'll let you know who's going to be involved when we get closer.
What I want to see too is because of how close this event is, September 4th, maybe an announcement for next year's SummerSlam being at Citi Field.
Could you imagine how cool would that be for the Mets?
Yeah, and
go ahead.
I will flat out admit, like, because I play baseball pretty religiously on my PS5. Citi Field is one of my favorite stadiums to play at, and it's a beautiful stadium. I would host SummerSlam there in a heartbeat because it is an open air stadium.
Yes,
so I wouldn't do like the Royal Rumble there or anything like that because that's the winter. That's too cold. But I would say, hey, look, we talked to the owners of Citi Field. We've talked to the Mets team. Yeah. We're going to host SummerSlam here next August.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, we all came to an agreement, and are you ready? We're gonna be here for SummerSlam, people, next year.
Yeah,
like that would be epic.
And for guys like us, it would be easy for us to go because Citi Field is literally about a 10-15 hour drive, somewhere in that neighborhood,
give or take. And if we take a flight, it's literally an hour from here to Toronto and an hour from Toronto to New York.
Yep.
Depending on what airport you land in, if it's JFK or the other international airport. Either way, it's not hard for guys that live close to New York to get to this. Really.
Yeah, and the one thing I'm hoping for out of this too is that I hope that it does lead to more promotional events with other teams within the MLB. And I wouldn't say just in the MLB, but maybe teams around the New York area. So like maybe the Buffalo Sabres in the NHL do something with the WWE. The New York Rangers do something with the WWE. You could even say the New Jersey Devils because that's kind of in the New York region as well.
That's New York.
Yeah,
close enough. You could throw a rock and hit Rhode Island from Jersey. So I mean, literally. Yeah. What I would love to see though, if they skip into the NHL, do your first one with an original 6 team. Hit that roots, that very essence of the NHL. Hit that first. Go ahead.
So that's where it would make sense for the Rangers then, because of WWE's relationship with Madison Square Garden. You do it with the Rangers, and you do maybe like in between period events, like you do like here in our arena we have chuck a puck, and the closest puck to the center ice you get a certain prize. maybe you do
Should do
that
that.
and you win tickets to a live event going to New York City in the future or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Right. Like you got a year to book your live event within your tickets to get
yeah.
them for the live event in New York, whatever area we're at. You got a year to book it. That's what I would do.
I would also do at these events, like, because we all know that they have team belts for like all the leagues.
Yes.
So like we're
Yes.
looking at the Mets here. Maybe you get a discounted price on a New York Mets belt
I,
at these
why
events too.
not? If you're at the event,
Hmm.
hell yeah. Give I don't even care if it's a $10 discount on a replica belt that has
Yep.
the Mets on it with two WWE logoed side plates. Dude, count me in, bro.
Yeah, and
Count me in.
like I said, this is just I love these partnerships that WWE is doing. I
Yes.
would like to see. We saw it last night on Raw. There's actually now a partnership with FIFA, so I'd like to see like when they go overseas, maybe they do a
Right.
WWE day at Old Trafford for
Wherever,
Manchester
right?
for Manchester United or something like that. You know,
Yeah. Go to
this
Madrid.
yeah, this is where this is again, this is the expansion that WWE is doing. They're not just expanded, they're not just reaching out to WWE fans. Now they're reaching out to baseball fans. They're going to be reaching out to
Right.
basketball fans, hockey fans, and try to draw some of that viewership over to the WWE product too.
Yeah.
And that's
Here's Go ahead.
I got a feeling that that's got something to do with maybe ESPN giving them a little bit of a hand in that one as well.
I was gonna say this is all thank you to that wonderful group called ESPN because they have the connection with all the sports teams. The
Yeah.
only problem I have, don't do more than one a year. Make it an annual one a year thing, and I can handle that. Like a WrestleMania,
Hmm.
SummerSlam. Don't
I would
try to do more than one team a year. I would get tired of it.
I would do one a year, but per league.
Well, yeah,
And
rotate it.
even if they came up here to Canada, maybe do something with the CFL.
There's a lot of connection in WWE to the CFL as well. Like,
We're we're looking at Roman Reigns.
yeah,
He used to play in the
this gentleman
CFL.
right here, exactly. So it's cool. Keep it cool by not doing more than one a year,
Yeah.
because then you're gonna spoil the fun in it. And yeah, and merch sales for each team, I'm gonna tell you right now, merch sales is gonna skyrocket.
Yep.
So I'm
Yes.
happy. I'm happy about it.
I'm happy about this. I'm excited. I want to see where this goes.
Yep.
But yeah, but I think it is time. You talked about merch, Bubba.
Yes.
I think we need to show where people can buy our merch.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
Again, people, let's not forget where you can get that merch. Turnbucklestudios.org. Again, you just go to the top right corner and it says shop. Click that, it'll take you right to our Redbubble account where we have all our merch. And I'm telling you, I still cannot find the end of where the merch ends. Like, this is it. This is where you can't buy anything else. I'm still looking for that. Again, turnbucklestudios.org. Get the merch there, people. What do we have next, Mr. Best?
We've got some kind of shocking news, like news that I did not expect to happen this soon. We have a departure to report. TNA Wrestling has come to terms with the release of Eric Young.
What?
I saw this and I'm like, what? One of TNA's stalwarts, basically. This guy was like one of the cornerstones of TNA. Bar
He's
none,
yeah,
you know?
like we have the Godfather Carl.
Yeah.
Eric Young was the Godfather of TNA, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Now we know Eric has departed TNA previous and has gone
Yes.
to WWE. We saw the whole startup Sanity, which was one of my favorite stables, and I wanted him to succeed with that stable.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see him going? Like, this departure did come out of left field. We know that Eric Young is still a Triple H guy.
Yeah. That's. I mean, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to jinx it. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to be like, he's gonna go here, and not really say it, but say it. Yeah, I see him going to WWE because Trips has been trying to get him back since he started everything on his own.
Yeah, and let's not forget that when Eric Young was released from the WWE, it was like about a year or so ago, he was brought back, but he left because a certain former regime member was still there.
He was still hovering around, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be part of the Wyatt Six.
Yes.
And again, it was a rumor. We're not 100% sure. I've never heard anybody chisel it in stone. Sorry about that.
That's all good.
But yeah, what do we do?
Yeah, so we talked about this off stream, and we talked about one of the best options I think for Eric Young is that he comes back to the WWE. He works in NXT in a role similar to
Sean Spears.
Sean Spears, yes.
Yes.
Where he comes in, he's the experienced talent. He's there to mostly help out the younger guys, to help them get over. He doesn't necessarily need to move to the main roster. He can also do work at the PC and help the guys that are coming through the PC before hitting Evolve in NXT and help get them over. He's a guy who knows how to do these dark gimmicks really well, and he can help out a guy like oh my God, what's his name?
I can't remember. I don't know.
Big tall guy, curly hair. I need to look up the NXT roster, but yeah, he can help him out because he's got kind of a dark gimmick. He's with Tatum Paxley right now.
Not a clue.
This is gonna bug me, but
yeah,
but he could do that. He could help these guys out.
Yeah, I mean, while you're looking that up, I feel no matter where you put EY, he is going to give you the 110% you need out of a veteran professional wrestler. He will take a bump for a young fella to get, like you said, get him over, to get him up to the next level of his like, even using the mic, he can help people with that. Because we all know EY was around during the time period that Rhodes was around. When Dusty was there, right? So he's gotten pointers from guys like Dusty, guys like well, let's just go to who's from TNA that's in WWE doing matches right now. Right? Like, you got to think of all the guys that are backstage right now that have gone through TNA that are now working for WWE.
Yeah. Bobby Roode.
Mr. Roode, yep. And then you got Maple Leaf Muscle back there. We got, like, there's a bunch of them. So to have EY come over and share his knowledge from in and out of the ring, how do you not pick that guy up and put him in your NXT to still wrestle, but be at the Performance Center when they're not training, to help them out with things like being on a mic, he's very good with his facial expressions. So to help them realize, hey, your face says a million words without you being on a mic. Like, if I could, I would pick EY up and put him in Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling if I was running Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is his relationship with Scott D'Amore is still pretty strong. So, like, he's got that in as well. If he doesn't go the WWE route. MLW or Maple Leaf Pro is a great place for him.
right?
I said MLW. MLW was also a
Well,
great place for him to go as well.
I just don't want to see him go to AEW and get lost in the shuffle. Like, we use him for the pop that it's EY and he's here, and then he gets left in the dust. I don't want to see that for him.
Shiloh Hill was the wrestler I was thinking about.
Yes, Shiloh Hill, yeah.
Yeah. Him working with Shiloh Hill would be phenomenal. I can tell you that right now.
But they'd make an amazing tag team.
Yeah.
I mean, you could literally, I said it, you could put EY with anybody and he's going to make it gold. He's going to push this kid to their absolute limit and just make them better.
And that's what he did when he was with NXT. He took everybody Insanity and just made stars out of them. He made us, like, Nikki Cross already had a name before she came to NXT.
To a degree.
But he just brought her to that other level. Same with Killian Dane. Killian Dane already had a name on the independents. He just brought him to a whole other level.
Well, look at the in TNA. Look at what he did with Canadian Armories.
Yeah. He brought them to a whole other level.
He took their crazy, psychotic side, brought it out, twisted it, and went, here you go, boys. You're up here now. Wrestle at this level, because that's where you should be.
Yeah.
And look at them now.
Yeah, right? They're in that constant conversation for the TNA tag team titles.
Exactly. And there's hardly ever do you not mention those two gentlemen without mentioning, hey, TNA tag titles. Where do these guys stand to that? Oh, they're literally having a match tonight to decide whether they're number one contenders or not. Holy cow. Okay, cool. And when they have the titles, dude, they go completely not off the rails, but they have this like laser focus of we need to keep these titles for as long as absolute possible and in any way necessary. And who taught them that? EY.
And there's one thing about EY that a lot of people don't even talk about when it comes to him. I think he understands this the best. Character development.
Oh, yeah. You watch EY from day one to now. Yeah. And how many times he's developed his character into different stages and different for whatever storyline was being told, and how believable that was. Like I said, facial expressions, and he knows facial expressions 100% tell you everything. You don't even need a mic.
And that's where I was going to go with when he was part of Team Canada. He was in a feud with Larry Zbyszko. And Zbyszko was like trying to be this intimidating, bullying kind of general manager towards him. And he forced him into a match against Larry. And I remember watching EY come to the ring, and he had this like uncertain look on his face, like, should I hit my boss? Should I kick him? You know?
Yeah, he had no clue what he should have done, but he just knew he had to fight.
And then EY ends up winning the match, and then the elation, the joy on his face, like, because like he was just so happy, and the crowd was behind him and so happy for him. And then like we could see him just flip the switch on that, and then he becomes this dark and sinister character, like we saw him in Sanity. Yeah. And again, when he was a part of the Canadian Armory, he was still a bit of that dark and sinister character, but he was also the locker room leader between the three of them.
Yeah, he was definitely the leader of that group for sure. Yeah. Even now he was doing a character and he was in storylines, and to hear this, that he's leaving TNA, I'm like, well, what about this? What are we going to do with what he was doing? Because it was really good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I said the same thing when the Machine Guns got released with the Johnny Gargano stuff, but that's neither here nor there. I mean,
you just shake your head with some of these things, because like when I believe this is, I don't know the guy, but I believe that when he's in a company, he's in that company. He's not thinking about anything else. He's thinking about what he's doing in the moment.
Yeah.
For him to want to leave, how bad were things getting there with the management?
That's a really good question because now
Like,
EY joins that long list of guys who have departed. I mean, Tommy Dreamer's gone, Steve Macklin's gone,
Mac-
EY. There's a couple of women that have left now.
Macklin's wife left.
Yeah,
Like,
there's something's got to something. They got to look into something at TNA to find out what's going on.
yeah, 'cause I would hate to see TNA go down that road of having to change their name
Right?
just to try to stay alive again.
And Santana might be on his way out the door too.
Yeah, I've heard rumors about that too, and I'm like, no, I can't believe that because he's fought so hard to be the champion there that, like, come on, for real?
Yeah. Well,
What do we do?
yeah, I think it's time we move on to another guy who has departed major companies, but he's getting something pretty cool out of his recent departure, and we're talking about MLW champion Killer Cross. He
Oh,
has he has been cast alongside Ron Perlman in the upcoming action film Godshot. It says here MLW World Heavyweight Champion Killer Cross continues to build momentum beyond the ring, joining an acclaimed cast in an upcoming action drama, Godshot. It's inspired by the real life experience of Hollywood stuntman Sammy Horowitz. Godshot tells the story of a recently released ex convict who finds an unexpected opportunity for redemption in the dangerous world of Hollywood stunt work, only to discover that escaping his past may be the greatest challenge of all. I'm already sold on that one paragraph.
wow. And I'm assuming Mr. Cross is playing that convict that changes his life and tries to do better, but his past won't let him go. I'm assuming that's what
Yeah.
role he's playing.
Yeah, and I'm going to assume because he's as we know he's joining the cast alongside Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
He's also going to be joining actor from the Devil's Rejects, William Forsythe as well. Sammy
Oh.
Horowitz, the story that this is on, will also be in the movie as well.
So
I
the
got a
guy
fe-
is making a cameo in his own movie?
Yeah, just like when we did the Masked Saint, the actual Masked
Yeah.
Saint was on set with us.
Oh, that's cool, bro.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I just by looking at this and by figuring out the types of roles that I've seen Ron Perlman do, Ron Perlman lately has taken on those roles where he's like the leader or like the mentor,
Okay.
and I think that that's where he's going to be going with this role with the role he's doing in the movie
So
because
go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Sons of Anarchy, right? He was the
Yeah.
leader for the longest time of
Oh, yeah.
the biker group. And granted, his character was sometimes a bit of an a-hole, but
It goes with wearing the patch, though.
yeah, it goes with how Ron Perlman acts too. Ron Perlman is just fantastic at those kind of roles,
Oh, yeah. When you're a big dude like that, how do you not take on
right?
roles like that? Like, you're already intimidating because of your height and your size. And then you start talking and acting a little tougher. Like, yeah, I can see it. So
Yeah.
we think I think maybe he's playing the mentor of the Karrion Kross character, trying to keep him out of his past, trying to keep him from turning back to that life.
Hmm.
I'm hoping that's I hope that's kind of what this is, like one of those, I don't want to say love stories because it's not true, but like one of those good hearted, this guy really is doing better after paying his debt to society, and he's trying to pay back more by doing better things than what he did before.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sold on the movie.
to be fair, like that's the one thing I've always looked at, especially me. I used to work in film. The
Yeah.
one thing I've always discovered in film is that the stuntmen don't get really the recognition that they should get.
No, who
Um,
cares about the stunt, man? You did the stunt, you didn't die, good for you. Go back to work.
and that's why, like, because I like watching a lot of those slasher horror films.
Yeah.
That's why I can praise guys like Kane Hodder, who played Jason in a few Friday the 13th movies. He was also a stuntman.
Yep.
I praise the work that those guys do because it is amazing stuff that they do.
Here's the difference, though, too. Back in the day when we were growing up, stuntmen That was a legit, like, you got paid good money to do that job and keep your mouth shut and just do it.
Yep.
Nowadays, they're trying to bring that more forward and say, listen, this guy did all this for us. You know, pat him on the back for doing a good job. Where back then, I think when this movie's going to be taking place in the late 80s, early 90s, you didn't get that pat on the back. You literally got told, here's your paycheck for monkey and peanuts, you know, like, and see you at the next one.
Yeah, and it got to a point where like actors are like, this guy's a good stunt double. I want him on all of my movies.
Yeah. Well, look at The Rock.
Yeah, he's got his own stunt double.
He pays that guy to do his stunts.
Yeah.
The producers of the movie don't. He pays that guy.
Yeah.
So that's why The Rock makes as much money as he does, because geez, look at the people you got to pay behind this guy.
Yeah.
So
and then you got actors who like do their own stunts. Like I know Ron Perlman has done his own stunts.
Ron does. Jackie Chan does.
Tom Cruise does.
Tom Cruise. Yeah, he actually broke an ankle on the last movie he just made. Can't remember what it was.
It was the last Mission Impossible.
Yes, doing a stunt, he broke his leg.
Yeah, and he's like, yo, let's continue doing this. Like, what?
Yeah, he kept shooting because the first time they did it, it messed up. The second time I think they did it, that's when he broke his leg. And they ended up doing it a third time, and he didn't tell anybody that he broke his leg.
Yeah, and that's where, too, like, we look at Killer Kross, and I know that wrestling and doing stunt work is a lot different. Every wrestler who has tried it has said it, but I feel like Killer Kross could do his own stunts.
I feel the same. And there's a few wrestlers that I'm like, if you get into a movie and you had to do a stunt, I feel you could do the stunt. I feel you could.
Mm-hmm.
Killer Kross, I feel he would definitely try it the first time, and then he would tell you if he can or can't do. He's like, no, that one's out of my bucket of things I can do. But I think he's gonna do his damnedest to be that entire movie.
Yeah, I think he's gonna I think he's gonna take the safe route, being that he is the MLW heavyweight champion. I'm certain that he's going to want to try and protect himself so that he doesn't get injured and have to forfeit the title in MLW.
Well, and here's the thing too, right? There's, speaking of safety, that is completely different now than it was then.
Yeah.
Right? You had maybe one person helping you with the stunt going, this is what I want you to do. Fall here and don't screw it up because you'll break your neck. Where nowadays, they got a team of like 30 people that help just with that one stunt. Like, it's way different now than it is then. That's why I'm thinking if he wanted to, he could step up and do his own stunts because it would be done within a reasonably safe condition. Not like back in the day where you were literally running, then jumping off a building and hoping to God you made it far enough out to hit the middle of the airbag instead of the corner of it and then hit the building.
Yeah, I'm tremendously excited for this.
I
too am a Ron Perlman guy. Anytime I hear of Ron Perlman doing something, I've been a fan of Ron Perlman since his days on Beauty and the Beast.
Yes. That was one of my favorite shows, and I found out that it was a guy named Ron Perlman, and they didn't have to use stilts to get him that tall. He was already that tall. He was already that big and that built.
Yeah,
I was like, holy cow, bro, that's cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this. I'm a fan of these because I got to assume this is going to be an independent film production. I'm a fan of these kind of independent films. There's a lot more originality in them to me than what the next Hollywood blockbuster is going to be.
A lot more truth too.
Yeah. Right?
Because they don't have to follow certain guidelines about, oh, this is a little with the truth, that's a little touchy. You're going to get in a little trouble for that. These independent films, especially when they're like documentary kind of set where we're telling a story of somebody's life, absolutely love it. Can't wait for this movie, bro. Like, if it's in theaters, I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out too. And you know what? We may need some help checking it out. So take a look.
A Turnbuckle affiliation, Program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
Again, people, don't forget, please, turnbucklestudios.org has everything there, especially if you want to help us. It says on the right corner, again, in the top right corner, it'll say join. Click that button. It's got a little like questionnaire kind of deal. Tell us who you are and what kind of experience, if any, you have in the podcasting industry. If you have none, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Do you have experience doing graphics? Do you have experience coming up with good material for wrestling and or gaming or anything else? Let us know what you're really good and passionate about, and we will get you in here. Again, it's not just on camera like Mr. Best and I. You can do behind the scenes. Again, graphics, that little banner you have going across the bottom. We need help with stuff like that too, and doing things in the background like helping run a show. Please hit the join button at turnbucklestudios.org. Mr. Best, I know we had a commercial, so that means we got something new coming up. What is it?
Yeah, it's our next story, and this is a story that you know what, I'm okay with it. Usually, I'm not a fan of like outside interference within WWE, but this one I'm actually okay with. ESPN reportedly has been an active partner with WWE behind the scenes. They were the driving force behind having 6 matches at the June 27th Night of Champions PLE instead of the usual 5. And there's a reason for that too, and this actually makes a lot of sense. The idea behind the change was to make the portion of the show that aired on ESPN Unlimited, which is ESPN's, pay-per-view service there, essentially.
Okay.
Just to make it stronger for paying customers that subscribe to the service. So instead of getting that free 1 hour and then paying for 3 matches, now you're paying for the 4 matches. You're getting some extra action out of that.
Huh.
With the 6 matches taking place, we saw, of course, that night we saw Jay and Obafemi. We saw Io and Liv. And then those were the first 2 matches that aired on normal ESPN. Then once we got to ESPN Unlimited, that's where the remainder of the pay-per-view was aired. I kind of like this move for ESPN. Like you get the first 2 matches for free on 1 hour. Or in 1 hour there, but then suddenly you got to pay for the other 3 matches to go. You got to go over to ESPN Unlimited to get the other 3 matches. Why not add an extra match there?
Yeah, really, right? Just give us 4 matches, and it's worth the money that we're paying to have that product. Yeah. So this kind of makes sense about our first story we had with the WWE getting involved with a sports team.
Yeah.
What a better connection than ESPN to get in contact with different teams to be able to do this double play with other teams.
Yeah, this to me tells me that ESPN is, going all in on this WWE, on their deal with the WWE, and then helping WWE with like all of their platforms. So like getting that extra match on Night of Champions,
right?
Getting that extra, that additional, or that free 1 hour. Although I would say that here's how I would actually do that. I would make that 1 hour like an additional. I would make that 1 hour like a pre-show 1 hour, with matches, and then have the 6 matches on the actual PLE. That's how I would do it.
I'm not upset about that idea, but I get where they're coming from. They don't want to start doing huge pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And having an hour pre-show where they have I get what you mean though. Have 2 free matches on your first hour
Yeah.
that really aren't part of the pay-per-view but are.
Yeah.
And then have an actual pay-per-view after that first hour.
Yeah, because
I get that.
I get ESPN's selling point on having those 2 matches in the first hour. It's
Yeah.
obviously designed to entice people to go over to ESPN Unlimited and watch the remainder of the show.
Yeah.
Because as we see, like when we watch the show, in between each match, they're hyping all the other matches that you're going to see if you go over to ESPN Unlimited.
Yeah, that's very true, right? That's why when I was talking about it, I was like, oh no, that sounds actually really good. Have the 1 hour as your pre-show, which they always do on YouTube for us.
Yeah.
And then have your actual pay-per-view after that with the matches that you can have, which is what, 4 or 5 or 6?
Yeah,
I think they were doing.
Yeah, and for us, like just for the American audience who doesn't know that, the free hour on ESPN doesn't bother us. It still all airs on Netflix for us when it comes to a PLE. But like if we did that, if ESPN, because this deal with where they have that free hour is expected to remain in place until fall of this year.
Yeah.
The idea being that for viewers that don't have ESPN Unlimited to subscribe to the service, just as I said, that's why they're doing this. But I think that they could still do that, but just have like that pre-show as a 1 hour pre-show. You get 2 matches that are still pay-per-view quality, whether it's like Raquel Rodriguez taking on Sol Ruca for the Intercontinental title or something like that. Just something that can entice people to come over to the show. And in that 1 hour, you get those last minute promos like Roman Reigns is going to fight CM Punk. So we're going to get a promo between those 2.
Yeah, like little videoette kind of deals, even.
Yeah. Well, like how I would maybe do it like how we used to do it with Sunday Night Heat before the pay-per-views, where we had matches, but we also had last minute stories to tell before getting into the pay-per-view.
Yeah, wrap up kind of night with a nice little bow, the storyline, and here's the last. This is it.
Yeah.
Hey, if ESPN is listening, listen. Mr. Best had the great idea right here. I don't even live in the States, and I want to pay for ESPN if that's the way they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Literally.
This makes me even more happier with this partnership with ESPN because I was a little bit trepidatious about it, but I was also optimistic, as I usually am when we hear about these deals.
Right. Yeah, we all kind of were.
But to know that ESPN is going in and saying, "Hey, let's try this out. Let's do 6 matches as opposed to the 5."
Yeah, right.
And see how that works out. And to me, that actually worked out pretty well. I enjoyed having 6 matches. Sometimes those 5-match cards leave me wanting just a little bit more.
Yeah, that's kind of been the I don't want to say the norm lately. Is even with the 6 matches, I still wanted more because they were quality matches. And when you get in the groove of having quality matches and being spoiled, because we are spoiled.
Yeah.
100% we're spoiled fans. But you still go away from it feeling satisfied as far as I got some seriously quality entertainment for what I just paid for.
Yeah. And that's the thing that I think WWE is going for as far as the amount of matches on the pay-per-views. It is more of a quality over quantity kind of situation.
Yeah, like they're trying to find that happy medium of where it's not too many matches too fast and it's not enough matches too slow. They're trying to find that nice. And I agree. If you do your pre-show with 2 quality matches with your mid-card, like you said, the Intercontinental or the U.S. title, or both of them being showed off on the same pre-show, and then have your actual pay-per-view, you're talking gold, bro. You're going to get people signing up for this ESPN app or whatever it is that they have it on. I live in Canada, and I want to pay for it just to see the quality of the matches that they're going to show us. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's the thing too. You can still do it on a Canadian audience. Just maybe put it up on YouTube or something like that.
Exactly. That pre-show goes on YouTube. That's where they all have their pre-shows, which would just be a pre-show for us, but for them it's on the ESPN free part, whatever they do there.
Yeah.
And then for us in Canada and the rest of the world, it's on the YouTube.
But yeah, speaking of YouTube, that's where the majority of our programs are.
It is.
But we do have a one-stop shop for all of the programming. Check it out.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday night, we are on call as the Raw Patrol is on duty at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday, we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. Thursdays, let us power your dreams with the Xbox Showcase at 9 p.m. Friday, we invite you to come for a ride with the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. On Sunday, be sure to catch the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. And later in the day, the Locker Room presents Wrestling Recap delivers at 7 p.m. Always be aware that weekend shows can vary in times, as the PLE Patrol and other watch party streams are always a must-see. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day and watch all of the latest episodes on turnbucklestudios.org/shows. And please do not forget to drop a like, follow, and to subscribe to all of our channels, and when the time is right, all you have to do is tap in.
Nice. Yes, people, that's right. Tap it. Check it out. All on turnbucklestudios.org. Again, just click the show button. It'll give you a very big variety of every show we do and have done. And you click on there, and it'll give you the latest one. You can also go back into the log, I guess, and get a new the oldest one we done. Again, check it out, turnbucklestudios.org. Mr. Best, what's this going to be about now?
Well, we have reached our showstopper segment, guys. And
that was good timing.
it's kind of a sad one. Sheamus has officially departed from WWE, bringing an end to a remarkable run that spanned over a decade and cemented him as one of the most decorated and respected performers of his era. From winning the WWE Championship early in his career to becoming a multi-time world champion, United States champion, one half of the hard-hitting duo, The Bar, Sheamus consistently proved his value inside the ring. In recent years, he experienced a career resurgence, delivering standout matches, most notably his critically acclaimed clashes with Gunther that reminded fans exactly why he's considered one of the best. While the exact reason behind his departure hasn't been fully detailed yet, it signals the close of a major chapter for both Sheamus and the WWE, leaving a legacy built on toughness, consistency, and unforgettable moments. And unforgettable moments is right. I mean, we talked about how he won the WWE title early in his career, and it was early enough that it was still within his first year on the main roster that he won the WWE title. This came out of left field because I thought Sheamus would be a lifer with the WWE. Not gonna lie, and he might still be. Maybe there's something else that they're gonna give him that he does maybe behind the scenes somewhere down the road.
I'm a little bitter about this one. You guys know I'm a Sheamus guy, having Irish heritage, and being a fan of his for years. I always wanted to see him with that Intercontinental title, always.
Yep.
And to now be told that that's not going to happen. But my question is he done with wrestling, period? This is where we need to kind of get more information, because if he's done with wrestling and he's retiring, his ass needs to go in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
For everything he's done for WWE.
Yeah, and we're looking at not just what he's done in the WWE, but his entire career spans closer to the 25 years, close to it. I remember actually reading about him in developmental when he was still in developmental back in 2005, and just keeping a constant update on him because we didn't have access to watching any developmental wrestling. So when he finally came to the ECW version of the WWE, or the WWE version of ECW, I already knew who he was. I could not wait to watch him. I knew he was a star in the making before he
Yeah.
came onto the main roster. And by December of that year, he proved it when he beat John Cena in a tables match to become the WWE champion.
Yeah. See, my first exposure was ECW
Yeah.
to this gentleman. And the minute I seen him, instant fan. Like there was no way I was anybody else but Sheamus. I just wanted to see him absolutely Brogue kick the snot out of everybody and get title after title after title.
I got to see him Brogue kick the snot out of people.
I know you did, you lucky person, you.
Because in 2010, I went to a house show in Barrie, Ontario. The main event was a tag team match where Sheamus and Ted DiBiase Jr. took on Randy Orton and John Cena. And I will never forget the smack of the Brogue kick that John Cena took from him. The sound of the smack that he got.
Oh, even this picture you have up here absolutely just defines why we love this guy.
Yeah.
More aggression, just wants to just true Irish beat the snot out of everybody. You know? And he's going to be missed.
Yeah.
Truly, he's going to be missed. Whether he's done with wrestling, period, or he's going to move on to another company, he's going to be missed in this company. He will be, because he was not only great in the ring, but I've heard many stories of how nice and helpful Sheamus is in the locker room. Like, let's play hypothetical, Mr. Best, because we do have a couple minutes. What if he's not done with wrestling? Where's Sheamus go in your mind? Where's a good fit for Sheamus?
Give him a role at the PC where he helps working with the bigger guys.
I meant if he's not done with wrestling, like he has another.
Oh, in ring, because I still consider PC as part of wrestling. So.
Oh, like the NXT kind of thing. Okay.
Like I have him go down there and help work some of the bigger guys get some proper reps in. But if he wants to continue in the ring, got Bobby Stats coming in saying hello to everyone that he just liked the video. Thank you, Bobby.
Thanks.
But if
Bobby
he wants to continue in the ring, as much as I don't like this, but I think it could be a good fit for him because they know how to use big guys. AEW could be an option for him.
Okay. I'm going the opposite. I'm going TNA or MLW. Again, he would be a great fit in Maple Leaf Pro as well. Because they have some really big guys down there like PCO that I would love to see him go against Sheamus. But it is what it is, man. I'm upset, a little discouraged about it, but at the same time, I'm not Sheamus.
Yeah.
I can't make decisions for him. He's obviously done this for a reason. We just have to be patient and wait for him to be ready to tell us why and what's next.
Bobby Stats is saying he'd like to see Sheamus and go up against Dijak or even Karrion Kross or Killer Kross in MLW.
Right.
Yeah, I'd like to. I wouldn't mind that. But I want to talk about even some of the biggest memories we have with Sheamus. Like, of course, one of my big memories is when I watched him wrestle live. But that's not my biggest memory of Sheamus. My biggest memory was when he won the 2012 Royal Rumble. And the reason for that is because everyone in my group at that time, everyone in my friend group at that time were saying Chris Jericho is going to win it because Chris Jericho is returning. Chris Jericho is going to win it.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, nope, Sheamus is going to win because I saw how they were booking Sheamus coming up in coming up to that show.
Yeah.
They were booking Sheamus really strong, and they gave him the Rumble win. They gave him quite a run that led to the 18-second Brogue kick over Daniel Bryan for the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 28.
Okay.
And Sheamus was just off to the races with that.
Yeah, it was a beautiful thing to watch. And like I said, if he's not done with wrestling, which I'm praying to the Irish gods that he is not, I would love to see him wrestle anywhere's okay with me. I'm not fond of the AEW because of the way things happen over there. But if that's where he wants to go, I'm going to support the guy.
Yeah, and just my final thoughts here. Looking at it now, Sheamus leaves WWE as a certified legend, someone who adapted, evolved, and stayed relevant through multiple eras of the company. But with that said, you can't help but wonder if there was still more left in the tank, especially considering how strong his recent run had been. Was this the right time for Sheamus to step away? Or does it feel like WWE let go of a star who still had plenty to give? And that's where I'm going to leave it for you guys in the comments to comment on.
I agree.
But we do have to talk about another sponsor here, guys. And that is that WWE. We have tag teamed with Dubby, the only tag team partner that we need. So go and grab some Dubby Energy and use the promo code that's going to be coming across your screen right now, TB Studios, to get yourself 10% off of every order within the store. And we're talking some very delicious drinks here, people. Use that promo code TB Studios, 10% off. Dubby.gg is the place to go.
Nice. That is so cool.
So, Bubba, as we say our good...
I got you messed up.
As we say our goodbyes, I'm going to hand it over to you for our farewells there, my friend.
Oh, I get the privilege. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself and Mr. Best and the other hosts of Turnbuckle Talk, thank you for coming and enjoying our show. Peace out. We love you.
Flagship show setting the tone. In the world of wrestling we stand alone. With news and reviews we lead the way. Turnbuckle Talk every day. Turnbuckle Talk every day.